Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to episode 6 of Bliss Tell. Um, so this has become something that I kind of look forward to every week now. So I'm happy I get to do a show this week, even though I have not done any work and I don't have any writerly highlights to look back on. And well, it's Wednesday when I record this, so the week is far from over, but it doesn't matter because today I am doing a special Q&A show. So I will try to reply to all remaining questions, and here we go. Well, no, I have a few things to say before I get started on the questions. First one being that today is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, the 11th of November, and today my wife and I are celebrating the anniversary of when we first got together. Yay! So that was 15 years ago. We celebrate three days a year. So we have the day when we met. That was the 20th of July. Then we got together the same year, in the year 2000, and we got together in November. So that was when she finally, surrendered to my courting and my wooing. After 4 months, so we met in July, and then she kept me waiting for 4 more months. Of course, I waited because, I was never not going to wait for her. So that's today, and then we have our wedding anniversary, which is on the 10th of September. So we have 3 days that we, well, not really celebrate. Today we're not celebrating. Well, I have my family here, but we remember it fondly. So congratulations, honey, and that's what's special about today. And also, so my family is in town. They arrived last Friday. I'm really tired because we've been running around the city like crazy, But my family actually have been here before, but there are 2 friends with them who have never been here. So, we need to show them the sights, take them to all the interesting spots. And, Hong Kong is not the easiest city to get around in. So, there's a lot of buses we take, a lot of time spent on the ferry, a lot of walking around. And Hong Kong is not a flat city, so I'm really quite exhausted. But, anyway, my sister, who is here also, she told me that my sister has two children, 2 boys, of a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and she told me that she shows them, sometimes she just puts on Bliss and Tell for them to watch, so they can see me. So, last week I accidentally let slip out a swear word. I won't be able to do that anymore because my nephews are watching this. So I'll just say hello, Tanti. So so I'll try not to swear, but I can't make any promises, but I'll try, My nephews need to have a good impression of their auntie. I'm glad I'm glad they get to see a bit of me because they hardly ever see me because, I live so far away. So, what else? Yeah, that's it. I have no writerly highlights. I was going to do some work on Release the Stars, but that has not happened at all. It's just, my mind is elsewhere. Doing edits is, you need to be, well, in the right mood for it, and it's a mood I can create, but like this week has just been too distracting. So this week, actually hardly any work. Well, I'm doing this, but this is not work. This is fun. So next week and the week after, there's going to be 2 weeks of non-stop crazy work because there is a lot to do. And then Caroline's mother arrives. I think she arrives on the 27th of November, I think. So that leaves us with 2 weeks to do a lot of work, and then we have another family visit. Yay! But it's fine, But we do have a lot of work to do. So next week I absolutely need to finish edits on Release the Stars, send them to my editor, and I also need to prepare my next novel, Seasons of Love, which is, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that title yet, but I use this one to refer to it. I need to get it ready for my other editor, well, the Cheyenne, who's going to edit that book. I'm sending it to her on the 20th of November, so that needs to be finished. We have a Christmas mini anthology coming up, which I need to do some work on, although I have to say Caroline will be doing most of the work on that. And we have to make some decisions because I'm editing BDSM anthology from top to bottom. We got almost 100 submissions for that, so we need to make some decisions there. So there's a lot of work to do, but it's okay. So this week, take it easy. Next week after, work through the weekend, and then the other mummy's here. So that's gonna be it for next week. So I'm going to try and keep it short this week. Questions. So I have a few remaining questions that I didn't get to answering in the previous episode. So the first question is, what or who is your favorite singer or band? Well, I used to be obsessed with music. I used to listen to music all the time, all the new things. I actually used to be a DJ. Caroline and I, when we lived in Belgium, we organized a party called Trouble, which was a really good name for it because we always got into trouble with that party. Something always went wrong, like the cops showed up. Oh God, a lot of adventures. It was great fun, and it was a gay party, LGBT party in our hometown in Ghent. And the premise of our party was we want an LGBT party with better music than the traditional gay party. Like we want a bit more than ABBA, and I don't know, I don't remember, but anyway. So we wanted we were young then. I'm not young anymore now. I wouldn't organize a party anymore now, but so the focus of our party was really on music. And because both Caroline and I, we were big indie music fans. When we first got together, we used to go to concerts all the time, and we wanted a party with good music. So we invited some really good DJs, and then I said, well, I like music. Maybe I can play some music, and I did. And sometimes we played music together, and that was really great fun. But of course, those days are over now, and these days I just listen to Adele just like anyone else. It's true, like I kind of understand. Like my mom, she hardly listens to any new music anymore, except for Adele, I assume. So once you get older, it's just you stop searching for the next big thing. You just wait until it becomes the next big thing, and then maybe you listen to it. So yeah, but if I have to pick a band that my favorite band, although well they do still exist, but it's not the same anymore, but the band that will always have my heart is the Afghan Wigs. My favorite album of all time is Gentleman by the Afghan Wigs, and more specifically the song My Curse. So YouTube it's the most beautiful song. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. The next question is, will you be including any lesbian characters with disability within your books? Well, I don't know, but I actually have one story in my story in First, the Lady Lit anthology edited by Cheyenne Blue. My story, The Opposite of Darkness, is actually about a vision impaired, a blind woman. So I have written about a woman with a disability before. I don't know if I will do it in the future. I don't know. I don't have any immediate plans, but you never know. For my upcoming works, I don't have any immediate plans. We will see. So, next question. The next question. Have you done karaoke? Well, I have. I am the queen of karaoke. You know, I love music. I have the music in me, but when it comes out, it just comes out totally wrong. I cannot. I love to sing, but I can't sing. So this is the big tragedy of my life. I always say, you know, I mean, I was meant for the stage, but I don't have any. I don't have any talent. I cannot sing. I cannot dance. My singing voice is absolutely awful. You know, it's like legendary awful amongst my friends here in Hong Kong. We do usually, it's like a kind of a tradition that for my birthday we do karaoke, because it's the only time they want to do it, because my singing is so awful. But you know, I don't hold back. When I sing, you know, I'm not gonna sit in a corner and not sing. I'm gonna take the mic and stand on the stage and I'm gonna sing. But it's like, you know, nails on the, yeah, what's the expression? It doesn't sound right. But I love karaoke. I've done it many times. I hope to do it many more times. So I think the plan for our next karaoke is we might do an 80s karaoke. So exclude the boy bands. I'm sick of the boy bands. My gay friends, I have a few who love to sing boy bands, but if it's for my birthday, I think I'll do 80s karaoke. Maybe a bit of 90s. Actually, I have a standard song that I always sing with a friend of mine here. A duet is especially for you by Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan. I'm Jason, he's Kylie. So yeah, we do karaoke here. So most of the questions are about Hong Kong. So the next question is, do they have motorized tuk-tuks here? We don't have tuk-tuk in Hong Kong. Tuk-tuk is more something for in Southeast Asia, like Thailand and Vietnam and Cambodia. Hong Kong, no tuk-tuks. Hong Kong is very Western. You know, we have a lot of taxis here, very cheap taxis actually. So not a lot of people. Well, a lot of people have a car, but like not like, well, in our village we don't have a car because the roads are not big enough for cars. I live in a village with no cars. It's very nice. We have a bicycle, but most people I know, they don't drive because taxis are so cheap here. You cannot compare to the price of a taxi in any European city or in the US. Sorry. So no tuk-tuks in Hong Kong. I have been in a tuk-tuk. Actually, a few years ago we went to Thailand with Caroline's mother, and because Caroline and I would taken a few tuk-tuks before, but then we took one with her mum, and she asked him to stop. She couldn't take it anymore. Said, "Stop! I want to get out of this right now," because it is a bit of a special experience, and some of these drivers, you know, they're a bit, I don't know, not so careful, and traffic is crazy. So you know, it's not for everyone, but it's an adventure. So anyway, no tuk-tuks in Hong Kong. So next question, what Chinese food do you like? Do you like sui mai and char siu buns? Well, I'm not extremely fussy about food, but there are some things that I will not eat, like chicken feet, which is a delicacy here that you find very often at dim sum. I don't eat chicken feet. I don't like innards like liver and things like that, or like chicken testicles. I won't eat that, but I do eat a lot of Chinese food. The food in Hong Kong is actually it's delicious. You can find any kind of food here you want. We have a lot of Japanese, which I love, Thai, you know, all the Asian food, a lot of Western food as well. And actually tonight we're taking my family to a Michelin-starred restaurant. I think they are originally from Hong Kong, but I think actually they're called Din Tai Fung. I think they might actually be in the US as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's Michelin starred. It's not fancy. It's not expensive, but the food is just so good. They have these soup dumplings. I forget the name in Chinese. Anyway, it's absolutely delicious, and the chefs are like, the kitchen has a glass wall, so you can actually see the chefs preparing the dumplings, so they have to like very intricate, like I don't know how do you call that, but delicious. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. And tonight we're also going to the horse races, so you can, you know, bet a few dollars on horses. It's fun. So and you asked if I liked some specific foods. Surmai I like. Char siu bun I like. Yeah, I like most Chinese food. Food is good here. So anyway, have I tried sake rice wine? Well, I've tried it and I don't like it. I don't know. I know there are very different kinds, but it's too strong for me. It's like I like to mix more, so I'm more of a simple gin and tonic girl, really. So and I also like champagne and beer and wine, not white wine. I like rosé, but and I like red wine, but I drink a lot. I drink a lot. Before I came to Hong Kong, I did not used to drink so much, but Hong Kong is a drinking town, you know, because as an expat, you know, when you arrive here, usually it's just, you know, you as a couple or a lot of single people as well. What do? You want to meet people, you go out to a bar, you know. Drinking is like the main bonding experience in Hong Kong. And like earlier I was saying that, you know, Karen and I, we used to go to concerts a lot before we moved here. We don't do this anymore now because Hong Kong, like culturally, there is not that much to do here, you know, 'cause no bands come here. Sometimes they stop over for like a shorter show on their way to Australia, for instance. But it's nearly always a disappointment because the shows are always shorter. They're always much more expensive than anywhere else, and you have to like go really far to go to the. There is one exception actually. We have a music festival here called Clock and Flap, which is quite cool. Last year we had Metric. I love Metric, so we went. No, actually I think it might have been 2 years ago. Last year we didn't go because I was in Belgium, and this year we're not gonna go because Caroline's mum's here, so we're not gonna drag her to a music festival. I mean, it's something for the younger generation. So my point is that you know, our entertainment in Hong Kong are like after work hobbies and weekend pastimes. We drink and we eat, you know. It's not that we never do anything else. I mean, we have hiking here, but like in summer it's too hot to hike, so we go on a boat, for instance, you know, like this Saturday we're going on a junk trip. We call it a junk trip because, you know, I don't know why, but boats are called junks here in Hong Kong. I don't know. I should check with my wife. She knows all this stuff. So it's someone's birthday. So what do? They hire a boat for the day, fully catered, lots of booze on the boat. The boat goes, I think, somewhere out at sea. You know, finds a quiet spot. Anchor down, and then we just sit on the boat all day. We drink and eat, and sometimes we swim. You know, some shenanigans in the water. I won't be able to go into the water just yet this weekend because my wound, after my second surgery, I had a wound still, and it still hasn't healed. So I can't go into the water yet. But I mean, junk trips are fun, but you know, they're heavy. Drink a lot, you know. It's like it's free flow booze. Is, you know, before I came to Hong Kong, there was no such thing as free flow booze anywhere in Belgium. Maybe there is now, but I don't know. It's like it's a different sort of thing here in Hong Kong, and it's funny because I think when was this last weekend or the weekend before when I did the urban race. So we were in a team of 4. With Caroline and I and a couple, that we're really good friends with. And the guy, my friend, he said, well, we should do this more often, some bonding while we're sober, because we never do this. And it's true. But it was a little bit of an exaggeration. It's not like we never see each other when we're not drinking, but it's a very Hong Kong thing, a very expat thing. So yeah, but anyway, to answer your question, because I've gone off topic a little bit, I have tried sake rice wine. I'm not a big fan. So, one more question. Have you experienced Chinese New Year? Well, I have. I've lived here for 5 years, and Chinese New Year is actually the only time of the year that the city quiets down a little bit. So, like, a lot of restaurants will actually be closed. Like, a lot of shops are open all the time. Like, supermarkets are open always, except on Chinese New Year. Like Christmas, New Year's Day, supermarkets will be open, but Chinese New Year they will close, or I don't know if they actually close, but they will close like at 6 p.m. instead of 10 p.m. So that's because for me Chinese New Year, they do the dragon dance, I think, but most people it's a family celebration, so most people celebrate with their family. A lot of people go out of town, so it's really very quiet everywhere, and it's fun to walk through the city then, because it's just so completely opposite of how it usually is, which is busy all the time. So yeah, that makes China, because we usually choose to stay in Hong Kong because prices for plane tickets and go up so much around Chinese New Year because everybody travels. So we try to stay in Hong Kong and just enjoy the more quiet atmosphere. It's fun. So anyway, that's all the questions I have. I've answered all the questions now. You can ask me more questions. I will ask anything within the boundaries. I will answer everything within the boundaries of decency. And that's it. I'll see you next week for the next show. I might be a bit stressed next week again, so I'll try to decompress a bit more this week. I hope you enjoyed this show, and peace out.